The Fourth Army was a Soviet field army of World War II that served on the Eastern Front of World War II and in the Caucasus during the Cold War. It was disbanded after the fall of the Soviet Union, with its divisions being withdrawn to Russia and disbanded. World War II. First formation. The Fourth Army was created in August 1939 in the Belarusian Special Military District from the Bobruisk Army Group as an independent army. In September 1939, the Fourth Army took part in the Soviet invasion of Poland commanded by the future Marshal of Soviet Union V.I. Chukov, the defender of Stalingrad. Its order of battle in that operation is listed here. Elements of the army, apparently 4th Battalion, 29th Light Tank Brigade, took part in the German-Soviet military parade in Brest-Litovsk on September 22, 1939. When the German invasion of the Soviet Union commenced on the 22nd of June 1941, the army was part of the Western Front and had the 28th Rifle Corps, 14th Mechanized Corps, and 49th and 75th Rifle Divisions, as well as the 62nd Fortified Region. General Colonel Pavlov, commander of the Western Front, had decided to redeploy some of Fourth Army's troops early in 1941, and John Erickson wrote that 12th Rifle Division was accordingly moved into Brest, and HQ 14th Mechanized Corps to Kobrin, which in Erickson's words, deprived Fourth Army simultaneously of its reserve and its second echelon. It should be clearly understood that John Erickson was writing in the pre-1990 period when formation designations could be unclear, sometimes to the point of deliberate deception. According to Sharp, the 12th Rifle Division was identified by the Germans on the Western Front, but the unit was assigned to the Far East for the entire war. The formation that appears to have been moved into Brest Fortress was 42nd Rifle Division. Facing the Fourth Army across the Bug River was deployed the German Fourth Army, with 12 infantry divisions and a cavalry division, as well as Panzer Group 2. Some units faced several difficulties. When General Major A. Korobkov, the army commander, saw his officers on the 10th of June, General Major Stepan Oborin, 14th Mechanized Corps commander, emphasized that more than half his soldiers were untrained recruits, that his artillery had received guns for which there was no ammunition, and that he only had enough lorries to make a quarter of the corps mobile. The rest would have to march. On the eve of the attack, Fourth Army suffered, as did many Soviet formations, from German communication sabotage. Units lost telephone connections, electrical power, and the Brest Fortress lost its water supply. From about 5 a.m. on the 22nd of June, fierce fighting began around the Brest Fortress, but the 7 battalions around the fortress, from 28th Rifle Corps, were undermanned, disorganized, and slow off the mark to man the defenses. Despite these deficiencies, the final German reduction of the fortress took some time in the face of determined Soviet resistance. By 1,600 hours on the 22nd of June, Fourth Army HQ was back at Zapruder, whereupon Front HQ ordered that 14th Mechanized Corps be launched in an attack to clear Brest and reach the frontier line. However, the army staff felt the plan had no chance of success, and so it proved when the attack was launched the next day. Only insignificant progress was made. 3 days later, Western Front ordered a general withdrawal to try to keep the frontier armies out of threatened German encirclement. Fourth Army was directed to fall back on a line from Byton to Pinsk. Further instructions came through from Pavlov after a chance meeting later the same day, to cover the concentration of reserve armies on the Dnieper. Fourth Army was to hold the Shara, the Slutsk fortified district, and the Sluch River line. However, the Slutsk fortified district, as the district commander reminded Korobkov, had long ago been instructed to dispatch all its weapons to the Brest fortress. The planned defense was thus practically non-existent, and Slusk fell on the 27th of June. The army took part in the defences of the area around Babruis. At the end of July 1941, the Fourth Army began to dissolve. The Fourth Army's staff members were absorbed into the General Staff of the Central Front, and the troops were absorbed into other armies. Source: Commander Lieutenant General Alexander A. Korobkov, 28th Rifle Corps, Major General V.S. Popov, 6th Rifle Division, Col. M.A. Popsiu Shapko, 42nd Rifle Division, Marj. Gen. I.S. Lazarenko, 49th Rifle Division, Col. C.F. The Vaslov, 75th Rifle Division, Col. Nedwigen, 14th Mechanized Corps, Major General S.I. Obor, and 22nd Tank Division, M.J. Gen. V.P. Puganov, 30th Tank Division, Col. Seaman Bogdanov, 205th Motor Rifle Division, Col. F.F. Kujerov, Order of Battle for Operation Barbarossa, 2nd Formation. At the end of September 1941, the Fourth Army was formed for the second time, retaining its independent status until December while remaining in the reserve of the Supreme High Command. The field staffs of the 52nd and 54th Armies were used to fill the command contingent of the Army. The new formation was made up of the 285th, 292nd, and 311th Rifle Divisions along with the 27th Cavalry Division, a tank brigade, the 2nd Reserve Aviation Group, and other artillery and support units. The 4th Army participated in the defense and attack of Tikhvin from October to December 1941. On December 17, 1941, the Fourth Army was allocated to the Volkhov Front. From January 1942 to November 1943, the Fourth Army fought on the front in Volkhov and Leningrad while also doing many rear area duties. Unlike in other parts of the Eastern Front, the Red Army was not making significant gains in the north by 1943. Third Formation. The Fourth Army was disbanded in November 1943 and set up again in January 1944 as part of the Trans-Caucasus Front. The staff of the Fourth Army was composed of the staff of the 34th Army. The Fourth Army was stationed in Iran until August 1945 in accordance with the Soviet-Iranian Treaty of 1921. In February 1944, the Fourth Army consisted of 58th Rifle Corps, 68th Mountain Rifle Division, 75th Rifle Division, 89th Rifle Brigade, 90th Rifle Brigade, 15th Cavalry Corps, 1st Cavalry Division, 23rd Cavalry Division, 39th Cavalry Division, 1595th Regiment, 15th Independent Battalion, 17th Mortar Battalion, 28th Anti-Aircraft Battery, 492nd Assault Aviation Regiment, 167th Fighter Aviation Regiment. Commanders during World War II: A.A. Korobkov, 4th Army; L.M. Sandalov, 4th Army; V.F. Yakovlev, 4th Army; Kirill Meretskov, 4th Army; P.A. Ivanov, 4th Army; P.I. Lyapin, 4th Army; N.I. Gusev, 4th Army; I.G. Sovietnikov. Post-war service. In the years after World War II, the Fourth Army was stationed in the Azerbaijan SSR within the Trans-Caucasus Military District until the fall of the Soviet Union. It was headquartered at Baku, and after it arrived from Iran in 1946, the Baku Military District was abolished. Most of the divisions listed below joined the Army's forces in the Baku region toward the end of the 1940s. From its wartime divisions, toward the end of the 1980s, only the 60th Motor Rifle Division, named for Marshal of the Soviet Union F.I. Tulbukan remained. 1988 Order of battle. In the late 1980s, the 4th Army was composed of 23rd Guards Motor Rifle Division, Chandra, 60th Motor Rifle Division, Lenkoran, 75th Motor Rifle Division, Nikhichevan Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic, 295th Motor Rifle Division, Baku. Other smaller formations and units: 136th Rocket Brigade, Baku. A number of artillery units at Artillery Regiments: 215 Red Banner, 941st Reactive Artillery Regiment, 714th Independent Reconnaissance Battery, and 2 aviation units: the 121st Independent Mixed Aviation Squadron, Kizil Agak, and the 381st Independent Helicopter Squadron in Nakhichevan.